Okay, we're now recording, so don't say anything crazy that I could use against you in the court of law, because I think y'all are awesome, but I like my freedom. I just realized I said that on the recording. Hello, people that are going to watch this later. Hi, I promise I'm not crazy. So let me share my screen again. Can everyone see the small group agenda? Do you need me to make it bigger? Okay, I'm just gonna make it a smidge bigger because I have really poor vision. Okay, so your next small group will be this Friday. And so very similar to your first one, you can use this agenda. This agenda should be used because it's helpful to kind of give you what you need to talk about. And you'll kind of start off with activities to kind of get people readjusted and reintroduced. Some of you will have new small group, new students, and so making sure you get a chance to introduce yourself to them, that would be great. Having them go back through their checklist, super, super important. Having them talk about the live session. Do they have any questions from that? If they do and you can't answer them, just send them over my way and I will do my best to answer them for you. It's always best if you don't know, just say you don't know. And if they haven't watched a live session, please direct them to go to the Ready for Roar module and watch that live session. It is important for them to get that information. They'll hear from health and wellness, from financial aid, from housing, and a lot of them do have financial aid and housing questions in particular. So just make sure that they go and watch that video. By this point, they should have heard from their academic advisor, their role advisor. If they have not, you can have them go to the academic advising at queens.edu. If they have done that and they still haven't heard from them, please give me their information so I can reach out to the academic office, the advising office with Rebecca, and she, will be able to get to them a little faster. So if you do have students that say, I did all this, but I haven't heard from my advisor yet, ask them, your typical questions. Have you checked your Queen's email? Have you checked your personal email? Have you attempted to talk to anybody? Because tends to what happened is I haven't heard from anybody, but they haven't done anything to try to hear from anybody. So make sure you ask those questions, and then if they say, yes, I've tried everything, then have them email that. You can also shoot me over their name so that we have that. If they have any questions that they still don't know the answer to, try to answer them. If you can't, send them my way. Things that they need to make sure that they are doing to complete their Ready for Roar tasks. The information literacy assessment. They can access that on their Ready for Roar module. That is due August 4th. Their medical forms are also due August 1st. Their medical forms are also due August 1st. And then their mandatory Title IX training with the Not Anymore training is also due. Please, please, please make sure your students realize in order for them to start classes in the fall, they have to complete these things. It's either this or they don't start classes, or they may get fined for failure to comply, particularly with the Not Anymore, the Title IX training. That is a mandatory training. And so if they don't do it, they will have to go through the conduct process, which they shouldn't be doing, and they haven't even started classes yet. So let's just make sure they don't do that. Making sure that they understand what it means to get involved on campus. So we do have an interest form for SGA, CUB, fraternity, sorority life, clubs, and orgs on their Ready for Roar module. I know a lot of y'all have either been in these organizations or currently in these organizations, know things about fraternity and sorority life, other clubs we're a part of. We have on campus SGA, CUB. Just kind of walk them through from what you know, those different ways of getting involved. There are interest forms online on their module to submit if they are interested. Also online is a coupon for 30% off of apparel and gifts and supplies at the bookstore, which I don't know about y'all, but 30% at the bookstore, that's pretty good. You might be able to get yourself a t-shirt for, maybe a less amount of money than they actually cost. Just so you know, every bookstore on every campus, they're always expensive. So don't think it's just Queens, because it's everywhere. There's also information for the transition to Queens. So the TTU is on there. If they're interested in joining that, that's kind of like a mentor-mentee program. That's really cool. If they want to know what the list of clubs and organizations are on campus, they can also get in contact with y'all for that. It's on their My Queens. It's under our student engagement. If you want to provide them with this link to get that information. And also tell them that we'll have an involvement fair during Week of Welcome. So I would love for all of y'all to be able to come out to that. I believe that's that Thursday after classes start. I probably should know that because I oversee Week of Welcome. But hopefully I'll have that information for you during our next meeting in a couple of weeks. And highlight some of your favorite things to do on campus. If you are a part of clubs and orgs, make sure you talk about those so they know what's going on with that. For my lovely ladies, because currently we do not have any fraternities, our lovely ladies that are in fraternity and sorority life, talk a little bit about that. If you do have men that are interested in starting a chapter here, they would contact Lauren, who's our assistant director for fraternity and sorority life, if they're interested. And then SGA, of course, they will be holding elections in the fall for their first year president and representatives. They can email me if they're interested. There's also different class presidents and other representative spots available. So really all these are just ways to get involved. Leadership Institute, that's through the leadership programming. That's a great way to get experience on what it means to be a leader and kind of open that door for students. Of course, some of y'all know where the Dice Lounge is, where people can go and hang out and fellowship. There's also a Veterans Lounge down there. And, you know, if they want to be Roar leaders next year, y'all can always do a pluggy plug for that. Luckily, I'm pretty sure we will have it in person next year. So if you are not graduating and you want to come back, I would love for y'all to come back so you can actually go through orientation. Because most of y'all haven't even gone through like a full actual orientation. Well, some of y'all haven't, right? Some of y'all are sophomores, and so you didn't even get to see orientation the way it should be. So come back, hang out with us. You'll get to see my shining face in person. That's any incentive for you. Let's see. And then their next small group meeting, just remind them that that's August 13th. That's a super important meeting because you'll talk about move-in with them. And a lot of students want to know about what will move-in look like, different activities that y'all will be doing after move-in. And I will also make sure to talk about what the expectation is for those meetings. So that will be on our last, during our last meeting, we'll talk about the different programming that y'all will do the following day after move-in. And then with move-in, ooh, someone had a question. Where'd my question go? Chat box. Oh, hi, Sarah. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. If you missed anything, you can just watch the recording later. That was something I wanted to talk to y'all about. So move-in for you all will be Monday the 23rd. So I will get y'all more information about that when it comes close to it. Please just jot that down on your calendar so you know what day you will be moving in, but it will be Monday, August 23rd, because that will give us time to review anything that we need to have in the next 2 days, and then move it is on the 26th. So just make sure you put that on your calendar, and I'll give you some more information on that August 13th meeting that we have. So yeah, that is all I have. Do you have any questions, comments, observations, hallucinations? Look at y'all. Y'all just know. Y'all know the business. I love it. If you think of anything and you say, well, Ivy didn't go through that, so I have no clue what to do, just email me. I'll be here doing stuff. Please do not email Monica. Monica is on maternity leave because she's having a baby. So I will be your main contact for the rest of orientation and roar and move in and all of that. You will do some stuff with our other assistant directors in our office, but for the main part, it'll be me that you will reach out to. So if you try to email Monica and she doesn't respond, that's because she's having a baby. So, okay. Well, that's all I have, folks. If you need me or have any questions, let me know. And yeah, I'll see y'all. I'll actually see y'all next month, which will be lovely. I'm so excited to see y'all in person and, for y'all to also meet your small groups in person. Okay, perfect, Sarah. Yeah, if you want to just stay after this, then I will answer any questions that you have. Alrighty, thank you, people. I'll see y'all next week, Lord Jesus, next month in our next meeting.